welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing let's build a basic makeup case, like your beginner friendly makeup case. Like, is that makeup case, makeup bag, like makeup kits, whatever. We're just going to be doing a beginner friendly makeup kit, items that you should have in order to get like your everyday flawless looks. So let's dive into the video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Mosi, and yes, let's dive into the video. Okay guys, so for every makeup kit I'm going to be going in step by step what you should have. So the first item you should have in your makeup kit should be a primer. Yes, so the first items that you should have in your makeup kit, but by the way, this makeup kit is fully drugstore affordable items. All these items work super good for oily and dry skin, so I'm just going to be going into details, not too much, but covering the basics for you guys, because I don't want to overwhelm especially newbies who are new to the makeup world. This is like so new, so we're not going to be overwhelming. We're just identifying items that you can go to the drugstore, you can go to Pennywise in Trinidad and Tobago, go to Wonderful World in Trinidad and Tobago and pick up any of these items. For my international viewers, you can go anywhere in your whichever sells makeup items and you can go and pick up these items without any issues or any problems. So the first items that I'm going to be looking at, all affordable, would be your primer. Now your primer is basically used to ensure that your products stick or stay onto the skin, which would be your foundation, which is why you use a primer. Primers are available for either dry skin or oily skin. So if you have oily skin, you would look for a mattifying primer, and if you are dry skin, you're looking for an hydrating primer. Now for me, I have oily skin, so I usually go for the Milani Primer Protects Primer. So this you can get at any Wonderful World, any Pennywise, any drugstore internationally, or I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Mattifying Primer, which is this one. So you can use either one for my oily skin girls. For my dry skin girls, just look for a hydrating primer at any one of them. I think Wet n Wild has hydrating primers, as well as Milani or any other drugstore brand. You can check that you should be looking for would be your foundation. Now foundations would vary based on your undertone. Now for me, as you can see on camera, here looks kind of yellowish, which means I have a yellow undertone. Now for me, if I have yellow undertone as well as oily skin, now the foundation I have to look for must work for oily skin, yellow undertone. Remember that. So if you're going to look for your foundation, if you are yellow undertone as me and you are oily skin, you're going to look for a foundation for that purpose. If you have red undertone, dry skin, you're looking for a foundation for red undertone. And how are you gonna know? Just by looking in the mirror, putting light against you. I use gold jewelry, so gold or silver, or looks really good on me. So that is how you identify your foundation. My foundation, I'm looking for yellow undertone. My skin looks so yellow, so that's my undertone. What you mean when the light reflects on you, all your skin looks yellowish. So I have yellow undertone, and I'm going to be using a foundation for oily skin. Now foundations for oily skin and yellow undertone, lots and lots of them. So I would recommend, especially when you're going to look for your foundation, that you walk with your mirror, a small mirror, as well as your own applicator, so that you can apply the foundation while testing to see which one matches your skin. And you go outside of the place that you're going to buy and use the sunlight to identify whether or not that foundation matches with your skin, because sometimes the white lights tends to drain or pull color from your skin, and you may find that, okay, yeah, under the white light it matches, but then when you go outside it looks like a whole mask. You don't want that. So walk with your products, because of sanitary conditions and COVID, walk with your own applicator to just let them pump out it onto your applicator, apply onto your skin. You go outside in light, see if it matches. If it doesn't, you go back again and apply. I would suggest that you apply it onto the face, because some person's face are lighter than their neck, even lighter than their chest. Especially when you exfoliate a lot, your skin tends to get a lot lighter. So you don't want to apply it on your chest and it doesn't match. So apply it directly on your face. Now the foundations for yellow undertone, oily skin, my brown skin type complexion. I use CoverGirl 400 Caramel, and this is their combination oily skin. So if you have a both combination of oily and dry skin, wonderful product to use. You can also look for the dry skin Revlon foundation. This is their 24 hour color stay foundation. Another drugstore brand would be the CoverGirl True Blend Matte foundation, and I use D15. This one matches so perfect. I love this. Easy to blend, so pretty. And the next one would be the LA Girl Pro Matte, and I use Nutmeg. Now this looks a little darker on my skin because sometimes when I'm out in the sun tending to my plants, I get sunburned or my skin looks a little darker, especially when I forget to put on sunscreen. So I always have to reach for this one if I'm always out in the sun a little more than usual. So I use this, easy to use for oily skin, yellow undertone, brown skin girls. So these are easy item for you to look for my red undertone ladies. Remember when you're going, my olive undertone ladies, when you're going to buy your foundation, if you're dry or oily, those are the first things you're looking for. A foundation to see if you're dry, if you're oily skin, if it matches with your undertone and matches with your complexion. Next would be concealer. Concealer is definitely used for under the eye area. If you have discoloration, you will also have to look into using color corrections. It can either be in red or orange. A concealer under the eyes that is lighter than your foundation, just to give your face a brightening effect. For me, I use the Juvia's Place concealer in 15 and or the L'Oreal Full Wave Infallible Concealer, and I use this one in in Honey 415. So this is it here. I use that under the eye area. It gives your face a really nice brightening effect. So you use it on the face, over the mouth, under the chin, and right here. So all of those are places where light bounces off of the face and gives it a brighter look. So we're just mimicking the normal look of how light reflects onto the face and illuminating it a little bit more. So yeah, we can use it like that. My next would be pressed powders. Now I love using the LA Girl pressed powder. I use this in Warm Honey. This works so good for me, as well as the Milani pressed powder. So you can always look for a powder that matches your skin tone. You also always have to keep in mind of the pressed powder that matches your undertone. Now these powders don't really say the for yellow undertone or any powder should work well. So if you're using honey in the foundation, which I should have bought, then you would use honey in the pressed powder, right? So then you would know that yes, this is for yellow undertone. So my advice, if you're looking for a pressed powder, I have to go into, if I'm going to buy the CoverGirl foundation, I would go and get the CoverGirl pressed powder to go with the foundation so that everything is seamless. If you want a powder to brighten the under eye, then you would go for a more banana or yellowish type look depending on your undertone. So for me, because I have yellow undertone, I would use the Sasha Buttercup setting powder, available I guess internationally on Amazon or in some drugstores, and locally at Pennywise and at Wonderful World. No, not Wonderful World, Pennywise. At Pennywise. So I use it at the under eye area to give it a brightening effect over the lip, on the chin area. And I also use along the jawline would be the Sasha Matte Translucent Powder. This has a yellow undertone as well, and it works so good on the skin, and even works good on persons with red undertone. So this is their matte face powder. They also have a matte translucent powder that you can also use if you are red undertone and you not too sure if this is going to match your skin, or if you're olive undertone, you can use the matte translucent powder, or there are vast varieties of powders that you can use. Or I can also use the Maybelline Shine or the loose powder for shine free loose powder to get rid of the shine on the skin. This is what it looks like, and it works really good for yellow undertone as well. So this is another option that you can keep to apply along the jawline, under the eye, or even to set your foundation in place. Always, my oily girls, when we definitely need to set our foundations to keep it in place. Dry skin ladies, they not necessarily need to set foundation in place because the skin is already dry. The foundation is always luminous, so you don't really need to set your foundation. But for oily skin ladies, yeah, we gotta set that to keep that in place. I'm sweating, that will start to move all over the place. Like for mascara, I always reach for my Profusion Lash mascara, because for me, especially with oily skin and for the heat in the Caribbean, like, we need something that is waterproof and it's not going to move. There are a vast variety of waterproof mascaras from CoverGirl, from L'Oreal, from Revlon. So you can reach for your mascara, you can get it anywhere. Just look for a mascara that is, depending on what you want. You have voluminous mascaras, lash extension mascaras, waterproof mascaras. Yeah, so depending on what it is you want, what it is you need, you can reach for your mascara, but a mascara should be in your makeup kit for a beginner. Bronzers and contour powders. I use contour, I don't bronze. For me, it snatches my face. I have a real kind of biggish face. Like, we need to make it look kind of small. So I usually contour my face. I use either the Profusion or the LA Girl contour powder. You can get the LA Girl drugstores internationally, Trinidad, Tobago, Pennywise, or Wonderful World, and I use it along the jawline, right, along the jawline, on the cheekbone, and along the hairline. It's important that you apply your contour along the hairline, because we're mimicking, as I said, the reflection of light, and that is how light, when it reflects on the face, these areas look a little more darker than these areas. So you want to ensure that you keeping in line with how the light reflects on your face, on your skin, and the natural look of your face color. So contouring and bronzing is a must. So ensure that you have a bronzer in your makeup kit, or a concealer, depending on what you like. Also, bronzers and concealers also come in undertones. Some of them look really good on yellow undertones. Some of them look really good on red undertones. So you'll have to kind of like search for the ones that matches really good with your undertone, and that's the only thing. But the LA Girl, they have some really good ones that would work well universally on no matter what the undertone. The Profusion one works well as well, so you're not going to have that problem. As I said, it's user friendly. So if you're yellow undertone, red undertone, I would recommend the LA Girl. If same thing for the Profusion, so you're not going to run into one that has your skin looking reddish or crazy. So yeah, last but not least, I would recommend a lip gloss, especially if you're new to the game. Lip glosses look really good with a finished look, no matter what you're doing or how you're doing it. You can find lip glosses available all over the place, but I usually reach for lip glosses that keep my lips hydrated, and I don't like lip glosses that have your lips all clammy together. So when you're talking, your lips have to kind of peel themselves off each other. I hate that. So I usually reach for my LA Colors holographic lip gloss. I love how this applies on the lip. You can get this I saw it at Pennywise and at Wonderful World, and it works super good on the lips, keeping it hydrated, long lasting, all of that good stuff. Yeah, lip gloss. Also forgot to mention the brows. Like, the brows can be a task at times, but eyebrow pencils I usually reach for would be the Jordana or the Caramia Cosmetics brow pencils. I love these two. They are affordable. You can get them at Wonderful World, and or I think Pennywise has them as well. I can't remember for the Caramia, but no, for the Jordana. Caramia you can get at Wonderful World. The Jordana internationally, any drugstore. These draw on the brows so nice. So you can use it to draw, fill your brow, get it snatched up. Just make sure the pencil is pointy. These are some of the items that you can use in your beginner makeup kit. These are stuff that you can probably go look for if you're trying your hand at, you know, keeping your face snatched on all night. Wonderful World, Pennywise will have most of these items, but not most, well, all of these items that I made meant, well, not most, because the Juvia's is not at Wonderful World or Pennywise. So most of these items will be available at Wonderful World of Pennywise internationally, any drugstore that you will be able to get them, or even purchase online. So guys, oh, and I forgot to mention setting sprays. Look at me. You should also have a setting spray. So there are setting sprays for matte finish looks. So for my ladies, oily skin, to finally set the skin, you can get this Wet n Wild matte, or you could get the Make It Last setting spray from Milani. It works so good as well. I love, 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 love. This keeps your makeup in place. So these are two drugstore options that you can look for. So you need to set that foundation and have it looking all snatchy snatched and nice, and you can get that at any drugstore, or you can even try ELF, the ELF Magic Mist setting spray. This is for my dry skin ladies. It keeps the makeup hydrated and looking nice. You can use them. So guys, that's it for items that you should have in your makeup kit. I hope what I mentioned today was helpful and you'll be able to find them. If you have any questions, don't forget to meet me downstairs in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Comment or mention any product that you use that you find as a beginner works really good, and I'll look into it and mention it in my next beginner friendly makeup video. So I'm out of here. I'm hungry. I need to go eat. So guys, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me.